Hello boys, my name is Koyoshi, and in this unique video, I'm going to go over and confirm that I've 100% completed, well, 100% completed Disney Illusion Island for Switch. Now we are still playing as many, but just want to show you that all of our quests have been completed. So yeah, I just wanted to go over and show that all of the stuff is completed. You might notice, yeah, one of the accomplishments is not completed. I'm also not going to go over all of these. You can always look by slowing video down or playing the game yourself. So lots of other stuff is fine. In the last video series, we finished our 100% by getting the old Judge achievement. I think I might be the first human, maybe third, to have ever done this and recorded this as a video. So I hope that video gets a lot of views because I don't think any video has even gotten that good before. I'll probably have to change some of my things, even my my subtitles or whatever, so that people can find it more easily. Anyways, we'll start with the tokens. Sharpnick. Pokey in every sense of the word. Sharpnicks are slow-moving slugs covered in spikes. Found in most regions of the island, they are non-combative, but adept at self-preservation, and their spikes can deal some serious damage. Berry Bowl. Yeah, interesting. They even do call it the with berry on top. You ever heard of fruit punch? Well, this is a fruit that punches. Berry bowls are magical critters who love to sweep, but if you dare to disturb their slumber, they will run headfirst at you. No buts about it. Cryby. No misleadingly cute, the Cryby is the bane of smugglers in the forgotten farmlands. Its screech is so powerful that it causes the to expand and generate lightning-like electricity. It's shocking, really. Swellar. The debate rages on whether swellars are classified as critter or plant life. Sadly, a collectible is not the place to settle that debate. Just know that swellars continually expand and shrink on regular rhythms. Isn't that swell? Boomrog. Boomrogs are bulbous creatures who wander around Monoff, minding their own business, but upon seeing a potential threat, they release a burst of semi-toxic gas. The gas hurts, but smells surprisingly delicious. I don't know about that. Then we have Dub, just Doug. One of the few subterranean species found on the island. Doug is appropriately named. Traveling through a magically illogical tunnel, Doug will suddenly jump out in celebration and throw nasty acidic soil balls. Nobody knows why. Then we have Swoops. Hey, isn't that a reference to Mario Brothers? There's a enemy called Swoop as well, so yeah, there's a Mario Bros. Reference for you. Sometimes you'll find rings hanging from the ceilings, and from these wings are swoops. If you disturb a swoop, they will get upset and fly across to another vein, and if you're caught in your path, it hurts, so why do it? Yeah, that is a Mario Bros. Reference, by the way. They'll use that name, pretty much. Vinifer. Monoff is a place of beauty and undeniable majestic creation, except for Vinifer, which is gross. The shambling critter has the ability to grow and retract vines from its side and mouth. Yuck, who does that? Vinifer. And we have Kurokanic, my least favorite enemy in this whole game, and it makes sense. Philosophers have pondered questions of where we came from and where we're going, but never. One question they never ask: what happened if we combined the breakfast pastry and a volcano? Kurokanic is the answer. So it's kind of crossed with volcano then, huh? And then we have Shub. Despite looking more like Jello, it's called Shub, and funnily enough. Monoff is full of wonder. Shub is full of stuff. This gelatinous cube of hurt seems to have a cough it can't shake, repeatedly hacking up and going what might be an eye. Best not to think about it, really. Flutterfly. When the farmlands became overgrown, a long-forgotten species of insect returned to their original homeland. The flutterfly sits proudly upon the deep roots of forgotten farmlands, always observing, never disturbing. Sendel. Who's blue, spiky, and spins? Spindle. This critter loves nothing more than to perform a buzzsaw-like spin back and forth over small stretches of ground. It's highly recommend you wait until it gets dizzy and then avoid it. That's actually one of the few times they tell you hints on how to avoid enemies. Then we have moi. One set of lips you do not want to welcome the new year with. Moi are large-lipped, short-legged creatures who spit a vile bile. When they are around, you can pucker up for trouble and kiss your backside goodbye. Astrid. Some critters are fast, some critters are reactive, some critters are unavoidable. Astrid is none of these things. It looks like an underwater asteroid with tentacles. That's exactly what Astrid is. Astrid is okay with that. Rolls. Some of our words gain the ability to cling to walls. One of the biggest threats would be rolls. It's almost like they know about that ability. The bells. These critters spend their days bouldering along vertical surface, permanently chasing a fedora-clad adventurer that haunts their dreams. Interesting. I wonder who's that. Nostres. Nostres is in charge of the various branches of moon juice harvesting and product production. To be found enjoying a walk along Crater's Bay with his faithful star pooch Hugo, pondering his company's future. Atomo. Atomo is an audio sort bot charged with going through all of Mop's audio-based mail. It's a big believer that any job with a smile is a waste of efficiency and assumes an air of attitude with every successful job. Cedo. Presido, one of the longest-serving bots, is the head automatron Gizbot, managing the logic that goes into the other robots. This sounds glamorous, but in reality, it often involves finishing the tasks that others left incomplete. The longest-serving member of Mobs and one of the only non-robots in Gizopolis, Cricket is principal transport engineer. An interesting title there. It does the work to get you places, unless there's a problem, in which case it was someone else. Moustache. Moustache is probably the most hard-working of farmers you'll ever meet. He continues to farm the crops in forgotten farmlands despite the potential dangers. His only downside, quenchable thirst for moon juice. Then we have Easty. Many hold the title of self-caregiver, but Easty really takes it to the next level. While self-care comes in many forms, Easties involves long candlelit baths with plenty of bubbles. Easty will rate his level of happiness as a percentage. Dave. Sporting the most un-robot-like name in history, Dave is the frontman jazz bot in charge of all the acts that play at Servo's swing spot. Conventional wisdom states that before Dave arrived, Monoff had no music whatsoever. Interesting. I think I believe him, though. Debs. Debs is a beachcomber, and she combs the beach so the seaweed doesn't get tangled. This is very important work because tourists need to see beautiful beaches. Deb is also the mother of Nostres. Cyclone. Terrarium Town's resident anthropologist is Cyclone. A calm individual, he documents the people of Monoff who have come before and will exist after his time. Rumor has it that he could be strict, though this has never been witnessed. Tasty Growlin. Though he has led the design of every modern path in Monoff, Tasty has never passed in tasting all the finest food that Monoff has to offer. Tasty will take photos of his meals and share them often with people who didn't ask to see them. And we have Jazzy G. Jazzy G makes sure that Nostre's company continues to function in spite of his overspending, easily excitable CEO. While the title may not reflect it, everyone knows who the real boss is, and it's not Nostres. It's him. Apparently. Crook is always on the lookout for incredible things to capture on her drawing pad. She travels Monoff looking for interesting and rare species to commit to the page. Though she has no favorites, she has a spot for Doug. Then we have Jure. Jure is a tour guide in Crescent Hamlet, showing the tourists around, giving them the perfect advice on to do and where to look. When not guiding the people of Chris and Hamlet, she helps manage the books for Jazzy G. Jevs is an underwater astrologer. He studies the star charts and wave codes to formulate conclusions about the mystical energies of astronomy. Jev finds solace in the charts he creates, while feeling great pain in the charts made by others. Chef is an oceanographer of the stars. Having spent his whole life studying the ocean stars, he has also been collecting constellations and shuffling them like cards. The wisest and smartest in his often underappreciated field. Kiki Dale. Kiki Dale is a host who makes all of her guests feel at home, showering them with warmth and care throughout their visit. Everyone who meets Kiki Dale says they feel like family, and they always return to stay at her welcoming abode. William is a jungle explorer, brave and wild at heart, who likes to explore wherever he can. He is always open to new adventures and making new friends. You'll often find William carving out his own path through the world of Bonoff. Kyrick. As chief decorations advisor, Kyrick advises residents on decorations for the terrariums. Kyrick struggles to maintain the advisor part and often ends up doing the work herself. This is because she can do everything. We have Amiri. Amiri is an aquatic astronomer, a role that requires concentration and perfectionism. His collection of astronomical sea tools and his trusty moonpooch roll, Amiri fine-tunes his calculations to achieve the most interesting results. We have the Wizard, known only as the Wizard for his ability to perform magic beyond belief, but gets everyone operating smoothly within MOPS. Some say the moon juice itself owes its dynamic beauty to his magic. Interesting. Corporal. Corporal is formerly the most esteemed deep dive astronaut in all of Monoff, but ever since his youthful ventures isn't all glamour, and you can often find him having to help out with misplaced inquiries and ad hoc custodial duties. Milge. One pirate who found their calling in the most dress impossible scene challenge the sky below had to offer is Milge. Milge loots moon juice from areas that no one ventures to, said that he enjoys the frustration of repeated failure. Slick. A renowned terrarium inspector, Slick is known for his sharp eye and passion for quality. Personally checks every tribute to ensure it meets requirements. At his birth, Slick inspected the hospital and graded it a grade 2 institution. Folly. Folly the Keybot likes to make sound, lots of sound. His nimble metal fingers, Folly can play multiple instruments at once to create a cackling cacophony. He also has the reputation of being the better brother. Well, whatever that means. We have Can personally narrates a drawing of everyone who enters Gizopolis. Initially hired to help polish the work of other security experts, someone walking around Gizopolis, it's likely Can has drawn them at some point. Riffrab. Known as the Star Summoner, few have laid eyes upon Riffrab, but that hasn't stopped the stories. Believe that he can beckon stars from the gravity of broken moons and manipulate them into beautiful constellations. Yeva, the chief organization mailbot. Yeva organization the goat as the going-ons at MOPS, an impressive feat given that Yeva isn't a robot. Known to get along with the newcomers and oldcomers alike, Yeva keeps things running while taking no credit. Jorb, the head of Freedom. Jorb is a passionate individual who makes sure the inhabitants of Gizopolis are respected and getting the downtime they need. Jorb utilizes technology to keep to date with the latest in worker research. FOMS. Serval's swing spot is reserved for the entertainment of tired robots, which makes it confusing when you see FOMS in action. Generating never-ending soundscapes, FOMS audio creations travel throughout Monoff. Apparently, that's how the music sounds really good. Okay, then. Alright. Buttles. Forgotten farmland smugglers are the gnarliest of their kind, entering the overgrown lands of the filter bootleg moon juice. Buttles is one of the bravest. Some say he can even do the back paths of Bavonia in 40 minutes or under. Uncle. Vico is a professional climber, confident and courageous. Through the mountains before her, though the mountains before her grow every day, she doesn't let it stop her, and she always faces the challenge with a smile and occasional baked good. Right. Kren manages the sort bots, who all work at a non-stop pace. It's Kren's responsibility to make sure sort bots add and remove the right items at the right time. He is permanently kept on his toes, or would be if he had toes. Yale is a picture book polisher, perfectly polishing all of the picture books that come through mops. She always finds the best way to get the most out of any picture, and guarantees quality like no other. Rado. As a lifelong terrarium gardener, Rado is an expert in growing and cultivating the wonderfully shaped, decorative plants of Terrarium Town. She always knows how to help a wilted sapling or a misplaced pot plant. Maltz is the manufacturer of moon juice items. The passionate Maltz, this job is perfect, as every day is different. One day she's creating a beverage to tantalize the senses. Next act, she's making moon juice soap that smells like glitter. Oxy is one of Monoff's brightest scholars, with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Having held the most jobs of anyone on this island, she is permanently looking for ways to improve herself and find her true calling. Krompt. Julia CCO, Krompt, decided to tread a different path, traveling through the world and spreading his wisdom to the generation of moon juice workers. After a few years on his path, he felt the pull back to Astronol and back where he belonged. Fletch is the head of Spacebot Committee and group of warbots working in MOPS who want to move to Crescent Hamlet and spend their time studying the stars and moons of Astronol. Kalex is the newest cropper in Forgotten Farmlands. Working with the remaining farmers in the region, he is being organized and increase the efficiency of the harvesting, readying for the big collection at the end of the cycle. Oh, look at this, everyone's favorite, Toku. Affable, furry, and literal, Toku is super nice guy, and he definitely did not write this. The respected and beloved leader of the Hokuns, Toku is also a highly skilled trombone player, proving there is nothing this guy can't do. Well, except actually try not to be a bad guy, because, yeah, you know what happened. Alright, and then we have the Hokuns. The fuzzy and loyal Hokuns are found exclusively around the library. While short in stature, the Hokuns have nonetheless been charged with the production of Monoff's greatest prize, the three mystical tomes of knowledge. Then we have Dex. Misguided is the best way to describe Dex. Most of the time he can found around the Forgotten Farmland, searching for the old smuggler's tunnels. As he's yet to find them, most folks believe Dex should just get a job already. What's funny is he does when you follow the storyline, though. Steve is the textbook definition of everyone's uncle. After living out his wild days, he chose to help Monoff by becoming the top engineer for Monoff official postal system. He's willing to listen and give advice whenever he can. Mumblethink. Are you a librarian? If so, you'd be advised to avoid Mumblethink's bookshop. Or, if you are a purveyor of fine-spined reads, Mumblethink is for you. With an endless knowledge on the history of books, he always has a tale to share. Hadron Hakon. It is not a nice way to describe anyone. Hadron is arrogant. If there was one person you would happily spend the rest of existence without speaking to, it would be Hadron. He's not a bad person, but he's not a good one either. And then we have the twins, Poi and Yop. One of these scientists is Yop, and the other is Poi. Take your pick. Top two talents who have spent their entire lives connected Through the frequent butting of heads, they have some of the most important discoveries of Monoff. We have the Info-Automatron, spike-witted welcome bot of mobs. The Info-Automatron uses its unrivaled processing ability to simultaneously manage the ever-changing landscape of mobs, arranging appointments, and catch up on its favorite soap operas. Jeez, I cannot speak today. Oh yeah, these are the heroes of Monoff, right? Okay, this is cool. First, we have Peon, an elusive avian mystery. The Peon hasn't been seen in decades. Enigmatic and antisocial, they've kept to themselves, occasionally venturing through Bavonia, but never leaving the protective wings of the Highness. Then we have Oldtimer. Oldtimer is said to be the original, now sole resident of Crescent Hamlet, with a love of fishing and a passion for being passionate. The Old-Timer is the embodiment of love and regarded as the brightest presence in Monoff. Then we have Post Officer. Mops, master of machinery and the boss of bots, the Post Officer was pivotal in the sculpting of Gizopolis, helping create the robots which made the lives of the inhabitants of downtown simple, sometimes too simple. Guac. With a tang to his voice and a sparkle in his eye, Guac is the gatekeeper to Astronome, making sure that only those with permission enter, but in a nice way. You will find him floating by the gates of Crater's Bay. Make sure you say hi. Now we have everyone's favorite inventor, Mazzy. The curious, creative Mazzy is the terrific tinker of crazy contraptions, combining magic and science into magnificent inventions. Tool for every trade and a project for every purpose. Weird how he's always there when you need him. Yeah, that's the thing that happens a lot with him. We have Dash Dolphin. After tragic events led to him to leave his life as a private investigator, Dash now works as a journalist for the Daily Monoff, looking for the most interesting but risk-free scoops he can. Dash is a character you'll never forget. Then we have Mayor Reward. Being mayor of Crater's Bay should have responsibilities, but it doesn't. Liard's one duty is the annual Crater's Bay hide-and-seek competition, locking down the town to celebrate something. Ask his kids, if you can find them. And then we have the Liard children. Port, Helm, Bell, Stern, and Tack are the top hiders in Crater's Bay hide-and-seek competition. These nautical naughties also happen to be the children of Mayor Reward. Hiding, they're never far from their dad, which he loves, really. Jito. Robots work with facts, and here's one for you. No one knows Monoff like Jito. Jito scouted every area of Monoff and marked them on map pieces. Map pieces are drawn on toast, but it's data toast, so it makes sense. Blincy. Creature brought to life through a combination of paper, magic, and skill. Blincy is a sight to behold. You'll find this folded bird hanging around the library in the center of Monoff. Hafty and Righty. When folks stand down complaining about losing socks, the post officer decided to combine woolen footwear with robotic intelligence, creating a species of pseudo-intelligent soul warmers who spend their days gossiping out of windows. And then we have Capacat. To find a Capacat or two hanging out on Gizopolis, windowsills and traffic lights, purring and buzzing with power, enjoying the sounds and scrapes of the machinery of the city. They are perfectly friendly and rather adorable. Stacks. Stacks may be a robot, but they are incredibly self-aware. This is not a good thing, as it means Stacks knows their job is to simply move paperwork from one place to another. Stack is also aware that they are very, very bad at this job. Sortsit. You ever frantically search for a piece of information you're positive you have? Then you can relate to Sortsit's existence. Determined to find this document in what feels like an endless amount of printouts, Sortsit just won't quit. Then we have Ansi. You'd be forgiven for thinking this glove-like creature known as Hachi has been possessed by the spirit of a world-class dancer, showing off unrivaled moves to the tunes of Serval's swing spot. Just sit back, enjoy the performance. Igert. Spend time in Terraria Town and you come across an Igert. These majestic creatures flap their wings at incredible speeds and allow them to reach the beautiful botanical gardens found within the tributes to the Highness. Bunchon. Magic has muddled the line between fruit, flora, and fauna, creating Bunchon, an interesting species of creature. Found grouped together and enjoying the company of their peers, they are a harmless, if slightly unnerving, sight to behold. Spade. The spade is a noble creature, famed for its superb mountain climbing skills and atrocious flying abilities. With useless wings and a giant fluffy head, the spade gets to places with the greatest of ease and a maximum level of confusion. Gossipita. In the mountains of the Head of the Highness, a sound which can be heard far and wide, the sound of fruit, that hasn't stopped talking in millennia. Known as the Gossipita, it remains a chatty mystery of Monoff. Barnacat. Hints of sea life and the smell of moon juice. It's going to have to be found lazily hanging around Claytor's Bay, trying to sneak a taste of that mysterious underwater galactic liquid. Milky. Sailing through the air with elegance and grace, this beautiful whale-like creature is an enormous, wonderful sight to behold in the skies of Astronome. Whistler. Found in the galactic depths of the glimmering moon juice, whistlers spend their days emitting a memorizing sound and smiling away in the sky below. Staroza. These beautiful translucent gelatinous creatures lurk beneath the moon juice of the sky below. Minding their own business, they are safe as they are lovely, so swim by and say hello without risk of attack for once. Quasipod. Quasipods are a galactic species of crustaceans that can be found craning to the walls of Crescent Hamlet. With an interstellar interior, these mesmerizing creatures love to catch some sun at every opportunity. Hekelcat. Once thought extinct, the ancient Hekelcat is as a cousin of the Barnacat and the Kappacat, said to have had the ability to fly, but a tendency to never use it. These elegant feats may look unwelcoming, but they're just as friendly as their modern relatives. Dachibug. Bug defies all the laws of physics with a gigantic body and an even bigger eye, all held aloft by tiny wings. Spot extinct, it was said to fly around Monoff long before the formation of the modern biomes. I imagine these guys are only found in the final area, which would make sense. Pandario. Life is a song and we're just the dancers, none more so than the pretty petals of the Pandario. This dancing fowl is found among the overgrown and forgotten farmlands, providing a warm greeting in an often less than warm location. Chenangle. Not everyone has the time to build their own tributes, and this is where Chenangle comes in, promoting the work of incredible designers and the builders of Terrarium Town, to help those looking for the perfect tribute to their home. Alright, this is the last normal Tokun, by the way, so there's like 91 of them, at least before the Papers update. Siege. The creation and maintenance of Moon Juice products is a messy business, and no aspect is more messy than the creators themselves, which works closely with Jazzy G to keep the workspace safe, productive, and, where possible, fun. Alright, on to the Keepers update now. Grun. Grun is as wise as Monoff is vast. Taking on the role of a Maven, Grun is enjoying her later years, but don't be fooled. The most legendary of feats of agility and speed could be attributed to the sageous creature, Bedina. Waves are more than just water, they're life itself. So that's how Bedina feels. Bedina believes in flowing with the flow at all times. In fact, said that this Mavern feels so strongly about it, they create their own currents. Sockets. You can't spell positively without sockets. Well, technically you can, but sockets wants everyone to succeed. Don't, that's okay too, as long as they don't make it a habit. A quirky Mavern that has a way with words, for better or worse. Fusa. At the core of every powered element, Fusa lies its fuse, the part where the power passes through. Not every fuse is perfect, nor every person, but that doesn't mean we don't appreciate them. Fusa helped Gizopolis power through tough times. Opera Calm. Calm was hesitant to join the new Maven initiative, but he dug deeper and declared, "Fine, Mum, it'll get my fins." Though Mother enforced, it was the best decision Opera Callum ever made. For the first time ever, he feels like a fish in water. Trentaro. Trentaro is a part of the new Maven-led initiative to support the wonderful work the Mavens are doing. While she is early in her career, she is known for injecting unfound levels of motion into the surrounding areas and those around her. Azul. It is not uncommon with the world of one-off to find technology and activity working hand in hand. Azul is the living embodiment of this, taking the technological advancements of Gizopolis and combining them with a natural gift for artistic flair. Barks, known to her friends as the big dog, well, would if they agreed to call him that. Barks has joined the new initiative with the hopes of binding dexterity, agility, and business. That's right, the big dog loves business, which is funny, because he doesn't really look like a dog, but it is what it is. Fragaria. Looks could be deceiving. On the surface, Fragaria looks like a delicious fruit person who loves the work of the Maverns, but in reality, actually, it's a complex, accurate assessment of the situation and who Fragaria is. Baka. The Maverns created the initiative to pass the torch to a new generation. With Baka, that has literally been the case. Baka is the proud bearer of the light of the Maverns. He carries the lantern with pride to light the way for its future members. Ibri. Cleanliness is the key, at least to Ibri. This excitable little scamp can be seen enjoying the wonders of the Maverns from a comfortable cushion and never too far from their own personal shower of moon juice. Fidge. There's only one thing that Fidge loves more than dancing, and that's the Maverns. Although the Monoff institution hasn't existed for very long, Fidge feels like it's been beckoning them the old lives and can't wait to officially become a member. Whew, that was a lot. Like I said, there are a lot of tycoons in this game. They really read really well. Alright, now we're going to go over all the Mickey Memorias, which are actually referenced to 30 of, well, hundreds, thousands of various Mickey cartoons. First, we have the very first cartoon ever made, Steamboat Willie. Well, actually, that's not true. This is the first one that was published. There was actually 2 black and white cartoons before this. Props if you can guess their names. I'm not going to mention them because it would take a long time. But anyways, we're going to go over each of the title of the name and also what each of these collectibles are. So we have Piglet Pete, which is Pete's original look. Mickey Mouse in black and white. And then the helm. And we have Clock Cleaners, where we have the Clock Cleaner Mickey, Goofy in his Clock Cleaner outfit, and the Old Man Bell Ringer, which is, well, it's on top of the clock tower that they have to clean. Then we have Hawaiian Holiday, we have Crab, Minnie Mouse in her hula outfit, which looks really pretty, and Donald's ukulele, which, yeah, that's there. Then we have the band concert, we have Horsecolor as Skeletal. This is actually an old character that used to be in the Mickey cartoons, but was kind of removed for unknown reasons. Mickey Mouse has his conductor's outfit as well, and then we have Patty's tuba. Who Patty is? I have no idea. Didn't really mention that. Then we have my personal favorite, my Bever's personal favorite cartoon, Through the Mirror. We have a playing card, of course, Mickey Mouse in his top and outfit, and then we have a fountain pen. You could also see for this that Mickey has gone through a lot of outfit changes for different different cartoons. So yeah, it's really cool. And then we have Lonesome Ghosts. We of course have the unique ghost look with their top hat and everything. And then we have Goofy in his ghost hunting outfit and Donald's net for some reason. Then we have the Sorcerer's Apprentice. This is a really good part and the best part of the movie, Fantasia. A lot of people probably know about this one. Broom, of course. Then we have Jensen's outfit. Then we have the bucket, which Mickey had to carry during that cartoon. Then we have Canine Caddy. We have Pointed Poodle. Mickey Mouse in the golf outfit. This is when went golfing, so that's pretty cool. And of course we have Mickey's Golf Club. Oh, I just realized there's also extra cutscenes, so an extra section. So let's read through that before we forget. A mischievous steamboat deckhand meets Minnie and makes merry. Hot layers. Mickey, Donald, and Goofy tackle a tricky timepiece. Holiday. The Fab Five have fun in the sun. Band concert. A band conductor hits some rough notes. Mirror. A dream journey through a magical mirror to a real wonderland. Lonesome Ghost. Ghost chasers getting chased by ghost. Yeah, that's literally what happens, by the way. Sorcerer's Apprentice. An apprentice sorcerer and a broom get swept up in trouble. Canine Caddy. Golf gone raw with a cheeky gopher. Then we have Mickey's birthday party, a surprise party that really takes the cake. We have Clara Cluck, Minnie Mouse in her party outfit, and of course the iconic birthday cake. Then we have Mickey and the Beanstalk. Stalk leads to a giant-sized adventure. We have Willie the Giant, Mickey Mouse, of course, in his jet outfit, and the special harp, which Mickey had to rescue during the cartoon, which is pretty cool. Then we have the Prince of the Pauper. Are there two Mickeys? One a prince and one emperor? Yeah. They did use two Mickeys in this. That was quite funny. We have Weasel #1. Then we have Mickey Mouse in the prince outfit. And then for some reason we have Pete's underpants. So I guess that was shown at some point. Tim. I haven't actually watched it though. Okay, this is also another personal favorite of mine. The Three Musketeers. 3 pucky janitors become big-time musketeers. Yeah, that's a good explanation of the storyline. We have, of course, the Beale Boys, the main villains of this movie. And then we have Mickey in his musketeer outfit, and of course, the Troubadour's mandolin. And we have No Service. This is one of the newer tunes. Dress for success, but don't dress for distress. We have Shirtless Mickey, which seems to have been this cartoon. Then we have Goofy in his chef outfit, and of course a spatula. Then we have Potato Land, a potato theme park for a potato loving friend. So this is, I think, a Goofy cartoon. So yeah, Goofy is in a blind mode. For some reason, Donald Duck is here in a potato suit, and then of course we have the potato. Seems like it would be funny. Then we have the adorable couple. A happy couple always thinks they know best. Oh, and look what we have here. We have Daisy Duck first, Donald Duck in his everyday outfit, and apparently a cloud which has come to rain on their parade. Cable car chaos. Sightseeing turns into careening cable car confusion. We have muscly Minnie, which she looks absolutely furious. It's kind of funny. Then we have the conductor's outfit, and of course the cable car that was included in the tune. Now we have spacewalkies. Should have gone before we left, taken to extremes. Chip and Dale are here in their spaceship, and Pluto appears as well, with Oodle's bone also looking interesting. So I imagine this is a Chip and Dale cartoon, if I were to guess. Then we have Goofy's first love. A friend's first love leads to folly. Scrooge McDuck apparently is in this one, and we also have the waitress's outfit and the sandwich. Interesting. Alright, Wonders of the Deep. An unfathomable quest to rescue a friend. We have Ludwig von Drake in this one. Donald Duck in his deep sea outfit, and a big organ apparently. Then we have Locked in Love. A symbolic gesture makes a permanent couple. We have Hug and Key, Minnie Mouse in his very unique handbook outfit. and a heart padlock, which is what tied Mickey and Minnie together in this one. Then we have the cheese wranglers. The herding of prized cheese hits a few bumps. Cowboy Donald, Fee in his cowboy outfit, and a cheese wheel. Interesting. Then we have the Big Good Wolf, a story of redemption and then redemption undone. We have the Big Bad Wolf, says a roast chicken, and the Three Little Pigs photo. Supposedly this is a reference to a different Disney cartoon where they actually made their own version of Three Little Pigs. Apparently this is a new version of that, apparently. Then we have, everyone's now, Mickey's Christmas Carol, which is based off of the actual Christmas special, the Christmas Carol, but slightly different. This classic Christmas story features your favorite characters. How would you know? We have Jiminy Cricket, Minnie Mouse in her Christmas outfit, and Marley the Door Knocker. Funnily enough, it does not show Scrooge McDuck, probably because we already saw him, even though Scrooge is clearly the main character. Anyways, that's the end of that. So now for the Glint Wars, we'll just take a look at what the pictures look like. We have the history of the library, the Forgotten Farmlands, Terrarium Town, Highness, inhabitants of Bevonia, and Terra Vita. Then we have Gizopolis, which is the history of Gizopolis, downtown Gizopolis, Mops, Serval's Swing Spot, the inhabitants of Gizopolis, and Furies of Efficiency. Then we have Astrono, which is the history of Astromo, Craters Bay, Essen Hamlet, the Sky Below, inhabitants of Astromo, and Celestial Realms. Basically just the various areas of the world that we explored. Then we have the library, the history of the library, and inhabitants of the library. And for abilities of items, we found all of the abilities and all of the key items. Then we have the accomplishments. Because it was already pretty tedious to go through, we're not going to go over all of them. Most of these I just get naturally through progressing. Some are a bit more trickier, like being 12 ground pound routes, which how it's using all the unifications, or just beating the Eversub. And yes, we did beat Metal Dictate as well. I did show you a file as proof. That was done off camera, because that would have been really tedious to see a second playthrough. If I get enough comments, maybe I'll show a full guide on how to do that, but I don't know if I want to do that, because it is pretty tedious to do. And the last part is really difficult, like the foul escape sequence, like the escape a collapsing workshop is actually really tough to do, no death. That is very tough. Anyways, just lots of your basic stuff. However, if we look a little bit closer, there is one hidden achievement. Supposedly, this was going to probably be one of those, it's a platinum trophy, just like in the PS4 games, where you get this whenever you get all the trophies. But that's not actually what you're going to do. So, if you're wondering why I didn't initially do that, that's because I wanted to save it to the very end. Sorry for making you guys watch through this entire video, but you are about to reveal to a special secret. If you didn't want to look at any of those individual guides, just go here and I will show you the exact step. But first, let's go for the gallery, shall we? We have Mickey Exploration, Market Town Piano Sketch, which is music. I'm not going to wade through it. World Exploration 1. These are mostly side art. Take Hit. Each of these which is all the animations of characters getting hit. Mini Exploration, Edge Teeters, which is their Edge Teeter animation. That's really cool, actually. Rail Exploration 2, Mops Piano Sketch, which is another music you can listen to. Goofy Exploration, Road Exploration number 3, Abilities, which are some of the characters' unique abilities. Post Officer Piano Sketch. Road Exploration 4. I think some of those music are some of the boss battles just with the piano instead. Then we have Donald Exploration, Idle Interrupts, Each character has their own unique idle animation. I should probably show that. Showed that. Post officer concept, which is just a concept of what the boss battle is going to be like. Then we have our cutscenes. If you press the button, you will actually just watch the cutscene again. This is literally the same as before, just now you can watch it whenever you want. Then you also have the cutscenes for the 3 unifications. And then you have 2 secret areas, collectibles. One for 100% complete, which is, this is literally a screen you see when you've gotten everything in-game. Then we have Iron Mouse. This one is not seen by default, and instead you have to go into here to specifically show it. What I like about it is all the characters have their bandages on, just like they just finished escaping the collection workshop, which is perfect. Then for Maverns, we have the concept for the mini Maverns and their looks. Then we have more of their concepts of how they would move. Then we have, of course, the actual Maverns themselves and their character look, and how they look to that. And yeah, because that's complete, that means we're technically 100% complete, but that's not the case. So there's actually a hidden achievement you have to get, and this, if you don't get this, you won't have 100% completion. Oh, and there's also this for some reason. This is just, like, real privacy thing. We're not going to check it. But anyways, let's take a look at how to do that. So, to do this, you have to do a very specific series of inputs. So, first, you want to start the credits from the main menu, but then you want to press a secret code. That is how you lock the secret. Though nothing tells you about this, except the studio's name, which is known as DLALA DLALA. For some reason, actually is a Indian code, and you wouldn't know about it unless you went into the individual name. So how do you do this? Start the credits. When the DLALA Studios appears, press this. Down left A, down left A. Down left A. Oh, actually, no wait. Down left A, left A. And if you do that correctly, you will be told that you have unlocked a hidden accomplishment, the thing that the game wouldn't really tell you about, and you can only do that when the DLALA logo is active. If you go down too far, you won't actually unlock it. Also, the credits can be viewed at any time. So now that that's done, we've actually unlocked the accomplishment. To help confirm this, we're going to go into our file just to confirm that achievement has been collected, and there you go. That is the last achievement. Many people didn't know about it. By the way, because the code is locked by beating into the main game, this means technically, since the credits are triggered upon beating the game, you can actually just naturally get this achievement if you know about it by just putting this code at the end screen to just naturally unlock it. Not a lot of people know about it. Supposedly, each of these are supposed to reference an input. D is obviously down, L is obviously left, and A is obviously the A button. So, if you do all of that, then you'll actually get a hidden achievement with an icon saying DLALA Studios, which the icon just says enter the DLALA code, which is, of course, down, left, A, left, A. Do that, and you get an achievement. It has to be on the credits. You cannot do it at any time, otherwise it will not work. So you have to do it at the credits, otherwise this will not work. And now, without further ado, I think I should probably show off Minnie's animation of her doing the animation, since we didn't really get to see that because we were going really fast. Yeah, she kind of tightens her bow. Yeah, okay. Alright, we get it. Well, the reason why I'm doing it like this is because, well, we pretty much did everything now. And so we're going to end our final episode like this. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I think it was pretty exciting to play through. Hopefully, this video series gets you to try out this game for yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next video series. Peace.